Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Izar's Divine Guidance. Hello to all those who are new. I'm Izar and I make videos on tarot reading and spirituality and post them every Thursday and Sunday. So if you're into all those stuff, make sure you subscribe to my channel and also press that bell icon so that you do not miss any of the videos whenever I post them. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys how to protect yourselves from curses and hexes and evil eye. So first of all, it's not always others who curse us or who give us negative vibrations and evil eye. Sometimes we even get cursed by ourselves. Like, if we keep on thinking negatively about some situation, or maybe our outlook towards life is in a negative way. If you often catch yourself thinking negatively about anything, be it any situation or your life in general, most likely you are going to curse yourself sometime or the other. Curses are just, negative vibrations and negative intentions forced upon oneself. So if we constantly think negative about ourselves, there are high chances that we can curse ourselves or we can cast an evil eye on ourselves only. And talking about others, if others also unintentionally, they keep on thinking about you and they keep on thinking about the lifestyle you're leading, they keep on being a bit jealous about you, even that leads to evil eye and curses upon you. For example, if you post something on social media, if you go on a vacation and you had fun there and you post it on social media, others will look at it. And sometimes if someone just looks at it and keeps on thinking, oh, such a nice vacation this person had, I wish I was there, I wish I could have gone there, I wish I had such a lovely life, I wish I had such a lovely partner, or anything. If they keep on constantly thinking about you, oftentimes that leads you to being cursed unintentionally. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 methods by which you can protect yourself and your aura from curses and evil eye. But it is important to remember that any protective procedure only aids to our natural ability and our natural immunity towards evil and towards negativity. So if you are positive from within, no matter how much big the negativity is, how much big the curse or evil eye or anything is, it will not be able to penetrate your aura, it will not be able to lower your vibrations. So it is very important to keep in mind to always think positively, to keep cleansing yourself regularly, so that you have that positive vibration within you and you have that positive aura surrounding you. Alright, so the first thing that protects us from evil eye and negativity is charcoal. You can even take charcoal with you wherever you go. Just wrap it up in a paper towel or tissue paper and keep it in your pocket and your purse or maybe your bag or clutches, anywhere. You can take it with you anywhere you want. Even if you're in your house, you can just keep it in your pocket and roam around. That helps us raise our vibrations and helps us protect ourselves from negativity, negative vibrations of other people, psychic attacks, and as well as negative spirits. So yes, it is a very important tool. You can use this. Second method is you can sprinkle small pieces of charcoal, very minute pieces of charcoal, or either the ash of charcoal in your house and let it be there for 1 hour. After that, you can just sweep it off. This way your whole house and the aura surrounding you will get positive vibrations and the negativity will be soaked up. The third method is that you can hang charcoal pieces on the main door so that anybody who enters your house, their aura gets cleansed while they pass the door, and their negativity, their negative thoughts and emotions won't be affecting you or your household in any way. Next is you can draw lines on the doors and window panes of your house. In that way, any negative spirit or any negative vibration won't be entering your house from any of the entries. Another way in which you can use charcoal is by making black salt. And by black salt, please don't get confused with that kala namak which people use in cuisines and use as food ingredients. It is not as same as that kala namak. Black salt is basically charcoal grounded with salt. So just take some charcoal and salt and ground it in a mortar pestle. This is a bit time consuming, but if you just make this black salt and sprinkle it on your house and your garden, and just keep it in your living space wherever you're living, just keep it over there. It just soaks up all the negativity surrounding you. So this is a bit elaborate method, and it has the use of salt as well. So if you want, you can even use this because it is really a strong thing. So the second method is by the use of crystals. Crystals are a really important tool which help us increase our vibrations and which help us cleanse our aura. So you can use crystals by either keeping them in your home, or you can wear those as pendants or lockets, or as rings or something. Just keep them with you and in your house so that your vibrations get raised. But it is very important to cleanse those crystals from time to time. You can cleanse them depending on your situation. Like, use your intuition. Whenever you feel like cleansing them, just cleanse them with salt water. Dip them in salt water and keep it for over about 1 hour or 2 hours, and after that just take them out and dry them, pat them dry, and keep them again. So it is very important that you cleanse crystals by time to time because they just absorb the negativity and keep them within themselves. So by cleansing them, you are just cleansing them and recharging them so that they can again absorb the negativity that is surrounding them. So here I've made a list of a few crystals that are really important in raising our vibrations and helping us cleanse our aura. And the first is amethyst. Amethyst is really a wonderful crystal that has been used by many people since ages. Second is black tourmaline, moonstone, aqua aura, selenite. Okay, so these crystals, you can buy any of these crystals in any jewelry shop. They are not really very expensive. They are moderately priced crystals, so you can easily get them from any jewelry shop that is near to you, or even you can get these on Amazon. I myself have bought many crystals from Amazon, and they are really good quality. So yes, you can buy these, and just remember, you need to cleanse those crystals from time to time, otherwise they won't be working at all. If you want, you can cleanse them after 2 to 3 days, but if you ask me, I'd suggest that use your intuitions, and whenever you feel like that they are not working anymore, whenever you're feeling depressed or low vibrations again, just cleanse them at that moment. That will be the best for them. So the third method is by using salt. So salt is a crystal in itself, and the best method to cleanse anything is using rock salt. But you can use simple table salt as well because it's easily available. You can get it anywhere. It's a part of our everyday life. So you can use salt in many ways. The first method is using salt water bath. First of all, let me tell you that water in itself is a very good absorber of any kind of thought. So it is easily programmed. So whenever you program water to take our negative thoughts away, to take our negative vibrations away, to take anything, any negativity that's surrounding us, water does that. It's kind of a sponge which absorbs anything that you give it to it, whether it be positive thoughts or negative thoughts, or positive vibrations or negative vibrations. So what you can do is, while you take a bath, just take a bucket and add 2 or 3 pinches of salt in it, and after that take a bath with it, keeping in mind that you are letting the water cleanse whatever negativity is surrounding you. Tell the water, visualize it, that it's absorbing all the negativity that's surrounding you, and all the negativity is getting washed away from your aura. So it's important that you visualize it, and at least you tell the water to absorb all your negativity and all your thoughts, because it's a really good absorber. And along with salt, it is one of the most powerful tools to catch hold of any negativity that's surrounding us. So this is the first method, guys. The second is, yes, you can take little bits of salt and wrap it up in red colored cloth and place it anywhere in your home. You can place it in one room, or if you have many rooms, you can just hang all those little sachets of salt, and just make sure to replace them after a while, because salt, as other crystals, it gets like, after it absorbs the negativity, its power just gets over. So it's very important that you replace all those salt sachets after time to time, maybe in 3 or 4 days, or maybe weekly. You don't need to replace the red cloth, you just need to replace the salt inside it. So this thing you can do. Third method is you can sprinkle little amounts of salt on your floor and just sweep after 1 hour, just like I told about charcoal. Next is you can add salt in your in a bucket of water and just mop the floors with it. It is a very powerful tool in driving the negativities away. So you can practice it daily as well, because we tend to clean our house daily, we tend to mop our house daily. So it is a very important thing which you can do. Just add it with whatever detergent you have given in the detergent or disinfectant, whatever you have given in the mopping water, and add a pinch or 2 pinches of salt in it and just mop the whole house with it. The next method is by using symbols, sacred symbols. I'm going to show you a few sacred symbols which have been used in many religions since ages to protect themselves and their houses or their objects from negativity and evil eye and everything. First is this pentacle. I hope you guys can see. This is a new pagan symbol which has been used since many ages, and whenever you draw this, make sure you draw this with black pen, black color. Anything is okay, just it has to be in the color black. And make sure you place this pointy star, like only one pointy star should be on the top, and these two should be on the bottom. It should not be in any other way, like you can't draw it like this, you can't draw it like this. It has to be this pointed end should be on the top, otherwise the meaning is gonna reverse, guys. So this is the pentacle. It's a holy symbol, and personally I use the symbol everywhere, in all my objects, in my copies, in my things, and whenever I go out I put it on my shoes somewhere, or maybe my clothes, because I really have full faith on the symbol, and it has protected me from many evil psychic attacks as well. The second is a very sacred Hindu symbol known as swastik. I hope you guys can see it. Yeah. So, not to be confused with the Nazi symbol. This is not the Nazi symbol. This is a very sacred Hindu symbol which almost everyone here in India uses in front of their homes. They mark this sign in front of their homes, on the sides of the doors, so that no negativity can enter their house and only positivity is there. So it is a very powerful symbol which you guys can use. Make sure you always draw it in red. Just like the pentacle should be drawn in black, this symbol should always be drawn, this swastik should always be drawn in red, otherwise it won't work. So the next is a very powerful Egyptian symbol known as Eye of Horus. I'm sure you guys might have seen this symbol around many music videos and all. And so many people just think that it's evil eye or something, and it has negative effect or something. No, it's not like that. It's a very sacred Egyptian symbol which has been used since many years to protect the places and the things and people themselves from negativity and negative energy of others. So you can draw this anywhere and everywhere you want. And the last one is Triquetra. This 3 pointy stars, Triquetra. There's also a neo-pagan symbol, and it has been used since many years. And the Eye of Horus and Triquetra can be made in any color, guys, but make sure you make pentacle and the swastik in black and red respectively. Alright guys, so the last but not the least is meditation. Our spirit is divine in itself. We are a part of the divinity. So it has great protective powers. It's just that we do not recognize it. So meditation and visualization is one of the most powerful and best methods to protect yourself from any negativity, especially psychic attacks or attacks by negative spirits. I personally use this visualization and meditation method before I do any tarot readings, because being a psychic, I am prone to psychic attacks during my tarot readings or during any divination that I do. So in order to protect myself, I always meditate before doing all those things. So what you can do is, you can imagine, you can close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, deep mindful breaths, and be in a calm state of mind. After that, just imagine a bright light near your solar plexus, near your heart chakra or solar plexus. You can do that, you can just imagine that, and imagine that sphere, that ball of light is purifying you, purifying that area from within, and it's just expanding, and the more it expands, the more it is purifying and cleansing everything is around you. So just visualize that sphere or that ball of light just getting bigger and bigger and bigger till everything in your mind's view just gets surrounded by it, just gets covered by its light. And tell to yourself that this light, this divine light is going to protect me from any negativity that is surrounding me. So that was it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed my video, and if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any queries or any questions regarding all the methods that I told in my video, please let me know in the comment section below, and thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.